storm in Alaska.
55-mile-an-hour gusts continue to slam some areas, but that is just the beginning of what's been a very rough storm. Yesterday we had 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts. There's flooding at Point Hope, water reaching 10 feet above an airport runway, and Point Hope and Norton Sound could see another round of storm surge today, and in Anchorage another few inches of snow is coming your way. So a multifaceted storm with wide-ranging impacts.
We now want to bring in Senator Begich of Alaska, who is live in Washington this morning to talk about how his state is dealing with this monster of a storm. Good morning, Senator. Thanks for being with us. This is very rare, but you guys, you have to deal with the rough weather. Is this one really that much worse than any of the others?
Well, this one's pretty bad. We're getting reports still, as you mentioned, winds up to 55 miles an hour, but in some areas 70-plus winds. We still have huge surges from the water. Visualize this. This storm is equivalent to if there was a storm on the west coast from Mexico to Washington State. It's significant in the size that it's hitting the western coast of Alaska. But we have tough weather up there. But this is pretty early in the season in the sense that we have no ice buildup on the shores. So we're going to clearly have some erosion along the waterways, along the coast. It's going to have some damage.
Have you been in contact with emergency managers there or the governor? Do you plan on going back to assess any damage?
We are on a regular contact with the folks back there. Matter of fact, day before yesterday, I spent a good portion of the day calling mayors around and administrators around the west coast there, talking to every community that I could get hold of. Actually, some had limited supply on their cell phones and others, so I was busy calling them, finding out how they're preparing, getting ready. Our staffs here in Washington and in Alaska have been well connected with what's going on there, and we're watching it very carefully here, and if necessary we'll go back to see the damage, but at this point we're in total contact with what's going on back there.
Now, Senator, I want to talk a little bit about some drilling in your state there and the different plans, the plan that was just introduced by the President.
Yes. We think this is another good step by the President and the Interior Department moving forward on oil and gas exploration up in the Arctic. We think this is an incredible opportunity for job creation, not only in Alaska but throughout this country, and also it pushed us more and more getting off of foreign oil, that if we can develop our own resources. So we think this is a good step. There's more to come in the sense of what I think the administration needs to do, but the more we can become more dependent on our own energy resources in this country, the better off we're going to be. So we're pleased with it, but we're going to keep pushing for more opportunities up in the Arctic.
Governor Begich, we appreciate your time this morning. Thank you for joining us, and best of luck to the recovery there with the recent storm as well.